This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Okay, guys.
What's happened?
I feel like a bit of a fool because I got my hopes up that J.Lo and Ben Affleck were going to be together forever. They'd finally rekindled their relationship after 17 or 18 years apart. And word has it, sources, all of these incredible sources that seem to know more than the people involved in the stories themselves.
Covered in sauce.
Are now saying that the relationship could be hitting the rocks. Oh. There are a few important pieces of information that we need to make our way through here. They haven't been seen... What was that?
They're not living together.
Well, there is a bit of that.
Ben's back on the darts. Ben's back on the darts.
You know what I love in this situation is the scrutiny of whether they are wearing their wedding rings.
Right, okay.
Well, yeah,
do we have any proof of where that's at?
Well... It does seem as though Ben Affleck has moved out of the marital home. This is the $200 million house or whatever it was that they bought or tried to find.
Why would you leave that? Just move to another room that's 3 kilometres down the hallway.
Well, I guess it's the whole point. It's about this is my space. Once you walk in the front door, whether it's a 3-bedroom fibro house in Campbelltown or a $200 million house in LA, it's the same. Well, not really. It's not really the same. But okay, so here we go. Ben Affleck, it seems, is not living at the house. They haven't been photographed together for about 6 or 7 weeks.
Damn.
He was not on her arm at the Met Gala, which she is a big girl and a professional, and she can do these things on her own, which she did beautifully. She hosted alongside Chris Hemsworth. But it was a big night for her. Elsa was there with Chris. Ben was not there with J.Lo. And the night before, he had managed to rock up to Tom Brady's roast. So there were things in the diary for Ben that didn't involve Met Gala. The excuse was that he was filming the next series or the next film, The Accountant 2.
Right.
What? The first one wasn't that good. Is there going to be another sequel to that? Well, you said Happy Gilmore's getting a sequel as well.
You're not mad for a spin-off or a second
Bridget
series,
Jones
are you?
Go away.
No,
Rambo sequel.
It's almost tax time, so they're doing The Accountant too.
So, I mean, what I find sad is that when we spoke to J.Lo not that long ago, she had released that musical experience, which was a mix of film/video clips. Ben featured heavily in that. It was about her life, and a lot of it focused on the fact that love was rekindled. She didn't need external validation anymore, but she did need the love of her life. I tried not to squeal in excitement that they were back together. Yeah. This is what J.Lo had to say to us back then about love being back together.
I was very inspired, to write This Is Me Then. When we were together the first time, I was so in love, and we were so in love, and da-da-da, and I wrote that album. I wound up breaking up and, calling off a wedding back then. And then, 18 years later, we wind up in this kind of miraculous twist of fate, plot twist, back together and get a second chance at this, what I would say is the love of my life. And then we did this, but it wasn't magical. It wasn't a fairy tale. It's the opposite of a fairy tale. Now, obviously, I'm talking in a way where I really believe in love, the universe, signs, all of those kinds of things.
Did she motzer herself? Did she put a motz on herself there? That she pumped it up
jinxed
too
herself,
much?
Yeah. Well, things aren't going well for J.Lo generally. I mean, word has it that a film like that didn't go down well kind of with Ben. I don't know if it's the fact that he was part of it, that what was private was now public knowledge, like this love story. Her concert has had to be renamed from, I think, This Is Me to Greatest Hits because tickets were only being sold for $10 a pop.
Katie, can I bring something up?
With
Kate.
Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, of course.
Katie, if you look at the photos of when she was married, right? If we go, there she got married to Ben, and I've said this before, every other pap shot of Ben and the two of them together, I haven't seen him smile once.
Yeah, but that's the
but
way
they
he
do
is,
that,
mate.
and they do that on purpose. There would be photos in amongst that same day of. They've done it with me where I look forlorn.
always
It's like I'm just
smiling.
trying to decide whether I get broccoli or zucchini. I'm not. My life is not breaking down. But I do have to say, as much as I love Ben and J.Lo, did you ever see the little pap video that was recorded where they were walking along and didn't realise they were being recorded, and he's being polite. They've obviously had an argument, as couples do. They're out and about. And he puts her in the car, opens the passenger door, puts her in the car, and then slams the passenger door. So if you haven't seen it, look for it today, or maybe we'll even put it on our socials.
Ben's famous door slam.
Anyway, I can't believe we've given it all those minutes. I do hope they're okay.
No, it's an important message, guys. Love deserves to be loved.
Fixing Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.